Okay, so what you want to have ready to go before you even turn the heat on is you want to have your 2 tins of coconut milk. Just a quick thing with these, shake them really well before you open them, because quite often with the good quality ones, all the thick cream will be sitting at the top and there'll be water at the bottom, but you want to homogenize it, so just give it a quick shake before you open them. So you want to have your 2 tins. This is just about 250 ml of chicken stock. It was just a slightly heaped teaspoon of the powder with hot water. The fish sauce, this is optional. This is just in lieu of salt, but it makes it taste really good. But if you don't have any fish sauce, then just use salt to taste to make sure that it's seasoned correctly. This is what I'm using now, but you're going to have one of these curry pastes out of the freezer and defrosted, ready to go. You want to have all of your chicken cut up. So this is a bulk pack, I think 12 chicken thighs. And the vegetables, you really want to stick with hard, crunchy vegetables rather than ones that'll go soft. So I usually use carrots and beans or snow peas, something like that. So you want to have all that ready to go before you start. And for how you're going to cook the rice, you could probably want to have the rice going as well, because I'm doing it in the oven, but you do it however you like to do it. Okay, we're getting pretty warm here, so we're going to pour in a tin of coconut milk. Okay, so I've given this a really good shake and made sure it's homogenized in the can. So we're going to pour probably about 2/3 of this tin. Yep, so a little bit more. Yep, it's about 2/3. So we're going to leave this aside, and we're going to put this on the heat. And yeah, so I'm on 6 at the moment. About 6 or 7 will be fine. The idea is to excuse me. The idea is to reduce it. So just stir it gently. This will take maybe about between 5 and 10 minutes, depending on how high you've got the heat. But you don't want it to burn. So we're just basically going to reduce this down. So it might take 5 or 10 minutes or so. Just stirring gently. Yeah, we've got a good bubble going, so it's been a little while. You can see it's starting to thicken. You want to stir a little bit quicker now, just to make sure that nothing is stuck, on the bottom. In fact, once you've got really good bubbles going and you get that sound going, I'm probably going to turn it down to 5. And I'm going to keep reducing. Okay, so this has been reducing for about 6 or 7 minutes, I think. So now, if I drag the spoon across there, it does leave a line. So I think that's thick enough. It's really, there's not an exact science. It's just to intensify the coconut flavor and reduce it down a little bit. So once you get to here, now you can add your curry paste. So you can add the whole lot. Sorry, I'm awkwardly doing this. So you want to add it all in there. I need 2 hands to do this, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so all our paste is in there, so you just want to stir. So we'll just calm down a little bit and I'll turn it back up. So the idea now is to get a lot of heat and cook, sort of toast the paste that we put in there. So we're going to stir. This is going to continue to reduce and thicken. That's fine, but once we've added the paste now, it's a little more prone to burn. So as you're stirring, you really want to get to every nook and cranny of the pot to make sure that the paste isn't sticking anywhere. And we're going to cook this down for maybe another couple of minutes, but I'll show you what you want it to look like. Okay, I've been cooking this paste down for about 6 or so minutes, and you can see now it's really sticking to itself. It's quite thick. So at this stage, you can see now it's quite thick indeed. It's not relaxing back into itself. It's really staying where it sticks. So once you're about at this consistency, we're just going to add just pretty much all the liquids. So now this is, if you got this far, all the hard stuff is now over. So So you're getting all around the outsides and then working my way in just to make sure nothing's sticking or burning. Okay, so I'm going to add the rest of the initial tin of coconut milk. So that'll cool everything down, and now stirring is not really going to be an issue. And the second tin. Of coconut milk. Let's give that a little stir. Yep, had some still sticking to the bottom slightly, so just making sure nothing is sticking now. Okay. We're going to add a little bit of chicken stock. We'll just add a little bit to start with. Okay, it's about half of the cup. And now we can add all of our chicken. Okay, so all our chicken's in there. Just going to give this a little stir. And just let it cook. I'm going to leave it fairly high for now, so because the chicken's just been dumped in, it's cooled the temperature right down. So I'll leave it on about 7 for now. And once you've got a really good sort of boil going, we're going to turn it back down just so you've got somewhere between like a boil and a simmer. I'm not going to add any other vegetables yet because they only need to cook for about 5 or 10 minutes at the most, depending on how soft you want them to be. But yeah, this chicken needs to be in here, I'd say, for about at least 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, this has been bubbling away for about 8 or so minutes. Yeah, before the temperature actually gets through the whole thing, you kind of want to stir it at least every minute or so because the bottom is clearly getting a lot hotter than the top, and so again, you don't really want anything to burn. So yeah, just give it a stir every minute or so, and definitely leave the lid off because as the chicken cooks, it's going to let go of a lot of water in the meat, and that water will dilute the flavor. So you actually want that water to be able to release. So you want to cook this with the lid off. Also, this has been going for a few minutes. We're just going to give it a few splashes of fish sauce. So maybe it's, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. I'm going to stir that in. Don't worry about the smell, it won't taste how it smells. Also, I forgot to have them as I'm cooking this today, but this is also where if you really want to have the absolute perfect Thai green curry, you need the kaffir lime leaves. And so you just have the leaves, maybe 10 or so of them, and literally just chuck them in and stir them in. They act like tea bags essentially, so you can fish them out afterwards after they've given their flavor and aroma. But this is where you would put them in as the chicken is cooking. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes or so. All the chicken looks pretty cooked through. Yeah, as it's like starting to look fairly cooked, now we can add our vegetables because I'm going to let the vegetables cook in here for no more than 10 minutes. Otherwise they just go really mushy. So yeah, once it looks like the chicken's quite firm, feels quite firm against the side of the pot. Yeah, I think we can add our vegetables now and let it simmer for another, no more than 10 minutes, I'd say. Okay, just added the beans and carrots, and they're going to simmer in here for, 5 or 10 minutes, or until you can fish one out and take a bite and see if it's the kind of texture that you like.